Welcome to Simple Mind Space, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating intersection of money mastery, mindset, and personal growth. Today's episode is particularly intriguing because it stems from a personal experience that completely transformed my approach to productivity and creativity. It all began in 2020. The world had just plunged into lockdown due to COVID-19, and there I was, a brand new mom with a newborn who seemed perpetually hungry. Now, being a psychiatrist, I was used to a fast-paced life, juggling patient consultations, strategizing therapies, navigating the administrative maze, and providing supervision, all while snatching moments for empathy-filled phone calls. Motherhood in quarantine, however, was a different beast altogether. My world shrank to the confines of our couch, where I was tethered, quite literally, to a tiny human with an insatiable appetite. My days were consumed by feeding, burping, and soothing, a monotonous cycle only punctuated by the guilty pleasure of reality TV. You see, I had become completely and utterly hooked on Love Island, a British dating show that's equal parts scandalous and addictive. It was my escape, my window into a world of drama and intrigue, a far cry from the relentless demands of a newborn. Then, disaster struck. My access to Hulu, my portal to the outside world, vanished. It turned out the generous soul whose account I had been using had decided to reset their password. Now, I could have easily gotten my own subscription, but that would have required a level of focus and energy that seemed insurmountable at that moment. So, I resigned myself to my fate, hours upon hours of breastfeeding, with nothing but my thoughts for company. It was pure, unadulterated boredom, a feeling so alien in our hyper-connected world. Yet, as the days turned into a week, something remarkable happened. My brain, which had felt like mush for weeks, began to stir. Instead of craving the instant gratification of reality TV, I found myself contemplating, brainstorming, and actually generating ideas. The catalyst for this shift? Boredom. Yes, that often dreaded state of inactivity had inadvertently unlocked a wellspring of creativity within me. It was during those quiet moments, devoid of external stimulation, that I began to envision a way to make mental health care more accessible and engaging. And so I started creating educational videos, sharing my insights and expertise on platforms like YouTube. The response was nothing short of astounding. My content resonated with millions worldwide, and what began as a creative outlet during a period of intense boredom quickly blossomed into a fulfilling venture. I landed a book deal, developed an ADHD management app, and even had the honor of speaking about burnout at the invitation of the Vice President and the Surgeon General. All of this because my Hulu stopped working. All of this because I allowed myself to be bored. This experience sparked a profound realization. Boredom, often dismissed as an unproductive nuisance, is actually a potent catalyst for innovation and focus. You see, our brains are incredible, complex organs, constantly buzzing with activity, even when we think they're at rest. This is where the default mode network, DMN, comes into play. The DMN is a network of brain regions that hums with activity when we're not actively engaged in a task. It's the driving force behind daydreaming, reminiscing, and envisioning the future. While the exact workings and components of the DMN are still being researched, what we do know is that it plays a crucial role in memory consolidation, emotional processing, and creative thinking. Now, in a neurotypical brain, the DMN and the task-positive network, the network responsible for focused attention, operate in a reciprocal manner. When one is active, the other takes a back seat. However, for individuals with focus challenges like those with ADHD, both networks tend to fire simultaneously, leading to a constant internal tug-of-war, making sustained focus incredibly challenging. This is where the magic of boredom, of allowing your mind to wander, truly comes into play. By stepping away from the constant stimulation of the digital age, from the endless cycle of tasks and to-dos, we give our brains the space to tap into the DMN. This is when the real magic happens. It's in these moments of quiet contemplation that we access those forgotten memories, stumble upon unexpected connections, and unearth innovative solutions to problems that have been nagging at us. Think about it. How often have you had a brilliant idea strike while you're in the shower, on a walk, or simply staring out the window? These aren't mere coincidences. These are the moments when your DMN is in overdrive, weaving together seemingly disparate threads of information into a tapestry of insights. So how do we intentionally access this powerful network, this wellspring of creativity? The answer, ironically, lies in embracing mindlessness. Now, before you dismiss this as utter nonsense, let me clarify. I'm not advocating for a life devoid of responsibility or purpose. Rather, I'm suggesting that we intentionally incorporate periods of unstructured, undirected thinking into our days. This could be as simple as taking a walk without your phone, enjoying a long, leisurely bath, or engaging in an activity that allows your mind to wander freely. It's about giving your brain permission to disengage from the constant bombardment of information and simply be. One technique I find particularly effective is what I call brain babbling. It's a deceptively simple exercise that involves allowing your thoughts to flow freely, without judgment or censorship, almost like a stream of consciousness. Here's how it works. 1. Choose a starting point. This could be anything that catches your eye: a pen, a book, a picture on the wall. 2. Start associating. Begin by saying the word aloud, then let your mind wander to any word or concept that pops up in relation to the first. For example, if your starting point is pen, you might think of ink, which could lead to tattoo, then art, then museum, and so on. 3. Don't overthink it. The key is to avoid censoring yourself. Let your thoughts flow freely, even if they seem random or nonsensical. It's this unbridled exploration that allows your DMN to work its magic, forging new connections and unearthing hidden gems of creativity. The beauty of brain babbling lies in its simplicity and accessibility. You can do it anywhere, anytime, without any special equipment or training. It's a tool you can use to unstick your mind, to break free from creative ruts, and to tap into a wellspring of innovative thinking. Remember, our brains are wired to seek out novelty and stimulation. By intentionally incorporating periods of mindlessness into our lives, we not only provide our brains with a much-needed respite, but also prime them for greater focus and creativity when we return to our tasks. So the next time you find yourself with a few moments to spare, resist the urge to reach for your phone or dive into another task. Instead, allow yourself to simply be. Let your mind wander, embrace the quiet, and see where it takes you. You might be surprised by the insights and inspiration that emerge from the depths of boredom. Thank you for tuning in to Simple Mind Space. If you enjoyed today's exploration into the power of mindlessness, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. Until next time, remember to give your brain the space it needs to thrive.